Welcome to Eternal Manna, the daily devotional broadcast of Grace Gospel Church. We are looking at Psalm 58, David's prayer, where he gives us 7 pictures as to what God should do with the enemy. Number 1 is the toothless lion. Number 2 are flood waters that recede and disappear from sight completely. And number 3 are blunted arrows. Now today we want to look at the 4th picture, and that's given to us in verse 8. That of a slug, verse 8. Like a slug, melting away as it moves along. Again, we have all seen slugs back from our part of the world. And these slugs move very, very slowly. And as they move, they leave behind a slimy track. And sometimes that's how you identify that a slug has traveled this particular path. In the very dry seasons, hot seasons, what happens to the slug? It gets dehydrated. And then it is going to shrivel up and it is going to die. So David is praying that the enemy, like a slug, will just melt away, will just shrivel up and die. Now the 4th picture that David is going to give us is in verse 8. And verse 8, the second part says, like a stillborn child, may they not see the sun. It's always sad when a child is born stillborn. A child is born dead. And this child, sadly, is not going to see the light of day. It is born dead. And David is praying, just like that child born dead will never experience life, will never see the light of day. May my enemies die before they are dying. May they die prematurely. And may they not see the light of another day to do their dirty work. Job 3:16. This is what Job says. Why was I not hidden in the ground like a stillborn child, like an infant who never saw the light of day? Job, in the midst of all his suffering, is praying to God, expressing his feelings. And he's saying, God, I wish I was never born. I wish I was like a stillborn child that never saw the light of day. Then I would not have to go through all this suffering, for which there is no explanation. All this pain, all this heartache, all these tears. And there are times, if you and I are honest, we feel that way. I wish I was not born. And there are biblical characters who express the same sentiment as that of Job. But here we find David praying that the wicked would die before their time, and they would not live to see another day so that they can do their dirty work. Again, a pretty relevant prayer as we think of the enemies of the cross, enemies of the people of God who want to carry out the desires of the devil. We can similarly pray this kind of a prayer, that they will not live out their full life, but they will die before their time. Amen.